Chapter 12. Okay, we did the first paragraph already, didn't we? What could have happened to Cloudcatcher? Horace pulled the spyglass. Do you know what a spyglass is? It's like a telescope. That's what they call a spyglass. It's like a personal telescope, and they would pull it out and then you could look through it and would make things far away look bigger. And so it was useful for searching for things, a spyglass. Anyway, Horace pulled the spyglass from his satchel and peered around. After a moment, he took a deep, shuddering breath. I think I can see it. Where? He silently pointed down the mountain and passed the spyglass to Echo. As she put it to her eye, her heart dropped. There was a trail of blackened snow and debris from where something had fallen and skidded down the mountainside. She followed the trail and saw Cloudcatcher, or what remained of Cloudcatcher, lying upside down in a crevasse. She bit her lip. It was unreachable, and even if they could get to it, the propeller was clearly bent out of shape. No, the little vessel was damaged beyond repair. Echo put down the spyglass and looked at Horace, whose face was almost white as the snow that was falling. What are we going to do? He whimpered. How will we ever get back to the Scarlet Margaret? I don't know. What would they do? Echo frowned and looked around for something, anything that might help her. How could she have been so stupid? Lil had been perfectly fine without her, and now they were stranded here, without Cloudcatcher and without a plan. Lil would be furious when they got back to the Scarlet Margaret, if they ever did get back. Echo, there's no way off this mountain except by air, and our only vessels. Horace trailed off and took a deep, tearful breath. Maybe that's it, said Echo, frowning in thought. If the only way off Shark Finn's Peak was by airship, then that was how they had to leave, and there wasn't much time if they were going to catch up with Lil. She shoved the Ethernet and spyglass back into her knapsack. We need to get to the aerodock, she said. Echo and Horace retraced their steps to the icy tunnel and its heap of ancient-looking wooden sledges. Horace eyed them nervously. I'm not sure about this, Echo. Who even knows where the tunnel goes? Grubb said it goes to the aerodock. Echo peered into the tunnel. It was lit with the same strange bluish lights as the fortress, but as it curved its way through the heart of the mountain, the exit wasn't visible. Doubt gripped her. They could be sliding straight into danger, but she had to find Lil and get them back to the Scarlet Margaret. She took a deep breath. It was this or freeze on Shark's Fin Peak. Come on, she nudged Horace onto one of the sledges, got in the front seat and grabbed the ropes with both hands. Here we go. Echo pushed away with one foot and the sledge slowly slid forward into the icy tunnel. She braced both feet against it as they picked up speed, and soon they were whizzing soundlessly on slick ice through the very heart of the mountain. Faster and faster they went until the sides of the tunnel were just a blur and the ice-cold wind made Echo's cheeks numb. Oh, help, whimpered Horace as they careered ever more wildly through the ice tunnel. Echo blinked tears out of her eyes to see yellowish lights up ahead. They were approaching the opening to the aerodock. They had to slow down. She glanced around to find a brake and realized there isn't one. How do we stop this thing? She muttered. I thought you were driving, Horace squealed. Stick your foot out. Echo thrust both her booted feet out to slow them down, sending a spray of ice up in the air. Ah, yelped Horace as the sledge skidded sideways across the ice and thudded heavily into the side of the tunnel, rolling over 3 times before finally tipping them out onto the snow. They lay there for a moment panting, and then they got up. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it, Horace said. What now? The aerodock, said Echo. Let's find Lil and get out of here. As they crept towards the tunnel mouth, Echo heard rough voices up ahead. She peered out round a large boulder, and her heart clenched with worry as she saw the aerodock was empty save for one ship. In the distance, the lights of the last transport ships were disappearing into the night. So Lil had gone. Echo's lip trembled. She had hoped beyond anything that Lil would still be here, that she'd be able to explain what had happened and Lil would have taken him back to the Scarlet Margaret with her. But her hopes had been dashed. Echo rubbed her eyes on her sleeve and forced her mouth into a firm line. She couldn't let Horace see how scared she was, or he'd panic and they'd never get out of here. She scanned the aerodock again. The remaining ship was shaped like a great black shark with a grey charcoal balloon envelope bobbing above it. That had to be the Thunder Shark's own airship. All the other Sky Pirate leaders seemed to have left, but the whole dock was still abuzz with activity. Horace peered out too. They looked like they're about to go. Echo nodded. Horace was right. They did seem as if they'd leave at any moment, and now the race was on for the treasure. Blue fur-clad Sky Pirates ran here and there, loading up on the ship with barrels and crates. One buck-toothed boy dangled from ropes to inspect the balloon, while two more polished the portholes, and a girl with her hair in a thick blonde plait oiled the tail-shaped rudder. Echo straightened herself up. Maybe there was a chance for them to get on board. We have to get on board, she said. On board? We can't, Horace gasped. God save her gasp. There's a lot of gasping goes on, isn't there? We'll sneak on, they won't see us. But we don't even know where they're going. It doesn't matter, said Echo, already creeping forward, her heart pounding. But what if they take us even further away from the Scarlet Margaret? Horace whispered. They're going to find the first clue, said Echo, thinking out loud, but trying to sound as if she had some kind of plan. And that's on land somewhere. If we can stow away, we can escape and run for help when they get there. It's actually a pretty good plan. If you say so, Horace wrapped his arms around himself in a hug, his teeth chattering. Do you have a better idea? We can't stay here. Fine, he said. Echo turned back to the ship and kept going. As they crept closer and closer, Echo saw a plaque on one flank that read, Obsidian. She and Horace watched in silence as the front section of the ship opened like a great set of jaws. A waiting Sky Pirate with blue fur uniform of the Thunder Sharks and a lurid red scar zigzagging down one cheek hefted his barrel under one arm and marched on board. That's our way in, said Echo. There? Horace shook his head. Oh no, Echo, we can't. Not right at the front. We can't climb up the ladder. We've got no idea what we'll find at the top, and we'll be too exposed. The hole's the best place to hide. Horace nodded stiffly. Okay, I suppose. Shh. Echo quietened him with a wave as the Sky Pirate with the scar emerged from the ship's jaws empty-handed and returned to the main entrance of the fortress with its tall silver portcullis. Now! And we will find out what happens next time. That was a good one. It's getting exciting. Okay, Bubba, time for sleeping. I love you very much. Can you catch these kisses? And how about this one? And one for me, please. Good night, my beautiful love. Make sure that you get some good sleeping. And I will talk to you. Oh, it's nearly your weekend. Oh, we can talk at the weekend because there's no school. Okay. Good night, Bubba. Sleep well. Bye-bye.